So today is hello to the High Atlas. Going over the top of that lot apparently. It is all tarmacked so far, thankfully. Let's see what the day throws at us.
Hello and welcome back.
I'm Kath.
And I'm Stuart. And this is Nala.
In December, we left South Wales on an epic road trip to Morocco.
Join us as we attempt to take our home on wheels from mountains to deserts and everything else in between.
Getting off the beaten track to show you the real Morocco.
This is the R307 from Ouarzazate to Dimnati. We've driven some amazing roads on this trip, but if I was only allowed to drive one road for the rest of my life, this would be it. An absolutely beautiful road, tarmacked for the most part. It was a joy to drive. Helped in part today by the weather, the lenticular clouds giving us an almost inverted view of the mountains surrounding us.
I don't know if we caught that on camera, but that was a Barbary ground squirrel, the first one we've seen so far. It was tiny. Nala saw that squirrel and is now on high alert for other squirrels. Did you see the squirrel, Nuli?
I've just stopped off on this nice new road just to show that nothing beats the power of water. Still see where the water's coming through now. Yeah, so just a couple of hundred metres around the corner and it's Little Rock Slide.
Little Rock Slide. I think we definitely need to ask where it's out to now. That can just come down. Size of some of those rocks falling, and Mother Nature's a fierce old beast, eh?
The Imanify Bridge is a natural arch above a narrow valley carved into the lower Jurassic limestone by the river running through it. The bridge has a special biodiversity and has been designated as an ecological and biological significant area. Oh, wow. Access is easy if you don't mind a few steps, and the path itself is a circular, allowing you to enjoy the place in its entirety. We would highly recommend it if you're in the area. Wud Falls had been on our list since the very beginning, but unfortunately due to a combination of camera, memory card and more likely user error, we lost most of our footage. Thankfully though, Kath took a few shots on her phone. There we go, we just sat down for something to eat. The chicken kebabs came out. They're very nice. We've got bread and olives and salad and everything else. And Kath said, oh, I could really do with some chips. And then as if by magic, the chips turned up. Happy days.
He must be some kind of gin.
My chicken. Mine. And sniff it. And sniff it. Mine.
Oh, mean, Nuli. Well, that's not a bad lunch for you. Well, I say lunch, it's nearly 5 o'clock now.
Good. Well needed after that walk.
Yeah. So all of that food, the kebabs, the chips for two, all the salad, a bottle of water, all came to 150 dirham, which is about £12. And I think that's done. That's us done with Wud Falls today. Monkeys! No, it's fine, thank you. I'm just happy to get him on camera.
To give you?
No, thank you. What was thought going on behind those eyes? Oh, look how tiny it is. I don't want to get too close and scare them. Oh, she's so naughty. Just take her through, love. Hello, you.
Nice, you are.
We're both in need of a shower and we could do with getting some laundry done. So there's a place called Zebra Camping in Wizard down by the falls. It comes really highly recommended, but we pulled in there and it was actually really narrow and the pictures are really close together. But anyway, he had no room for us. It's the first time we've been turned away from a Moroccan campsite. He was clearly full there. So unsure where to go next, we started just driving out of town, but a German cyclist pulled over and told us about this German campsite on the way out. It's only about 1 kilometre further up the road. We're here now. Yeah, this will do for the night, and apparently they have showers too. Good morning, it's Saturday here in Morocco today and we're having one of those days at Wud Falls Africa problems. We had a fantastic day at Wud Falls yesterday and then stayed at a lovely German campsite. I can't remember the name, something Valhalla, really nice. Nice showers too, and a washing machine, which meant we were able to catch up on some laundry. This morning we're heading eventually towards the Tizi and Tichka Pass, which is one of the highest mountain passes in Morocco. Not quite as high as the piste we did, but and this one's tarmac thankfully because it's been recently done. But we've driven past four fuel stations so far. None of them accept card payments. So we've come to this little town which is absolutely heaving. We found a cash point when we eventually found somewhere to park. Saturdays are very busy in Morocco and Stuart's just gone to get some cash out so we can get some fuel. Time for a bit of shopping then. I just got changed out of my little shorts into my new dungarees and a scarf, and we're just going to go and see if we can get some groceries and things now. We're not in tourist town, are we?
Oh, pastries.
Oh, some biscuits.
Oh, look at the pastries that side.
Oh yeah. Should we get some of those? Yeah, let's get some of those. Oh, they look so good.
Oh, 10 dirham for all of that. Are you joking? How is that 10 dirham?
It's like 80p.
How is that 80p? Milky. How is all that 80p? What?
So much work gone into it all as well.
I just want to buy more now.
Yeah. Oh, look at those beef ribs. They'd be so good, just roasted as they are.
You want them?
See the beef ribs up there? Yeah, definitely. It's mad, isn't it? Sirloin steak, ribs, all the same price.
Yeah. It's cow.
Yeah, cow is just one price. Although the sirloin they sold you with the bone on, so I suppose that's how they balance it out.
Yeah.
But wow, what a fun experience this has been today.
If you're a white woman with pink hair.
All the girls in headscarves nudging each other and giggling. I have my own scarf with me, but obviously I don't cover my head. Even the girls giggling and looking at Stuart, they clearly don't get many tourists through here. Caused quite a stir today.
Back on the road, and it wasn't long before...
Naughty Stuart overtook a lorry on a single white line, and now the gendarmerie have pulled us over.
Oh, he's letting me go.
Did he say to go, did he? Okay. They can't find anyone to speak English, I think, so they've let us go.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, I can't believe you got away with that.
Fine, again.
I thought you were getting your 150 dirham fine then.
Yeah, I thought I was a goner there.
Yeah,
and rightly so. I was wrong. I should have been fined, but I managed to get away with it again.
Morning.
Morning.
After a lovely peaceful night at a sleeky park around the back of a rest stop. Rest stop? It's too early now, it's too early. Today we're doing the Tizi and Tichka Pass and heading to Benhadu.
After being chased by a local dog, it was time to enjoy the road. And for all the hype this road gets, I was a little disappointed. Had the road been closed to the public, and had I been driving a little rear-wheel drive sports car, things might have been different. But for me at least, there are much better roads than this in the area. I'll refer you back to the beginning of this video.
So we've just arrived at the parking for Benhadu. It's Guardian parking here, so there'll be a payment at the end. And we're just outside the Hotel Casbah here, so we're told that Benhadu is that way. So we'll go and have a little look around now to see what's going on here. So this is Benhadu, which is one of the most famous tourist destinations in Morocco and a filming destination for many, many things, including Gladiator, The Mummy, and more recently, Game of Thrones. Do you recognise it? I didn't realise I was going to have to go full commando. I would have worn something different.
We got no pants on.
I meant us in like doing adventurous stuff, not wearing knickers.
Oh. Well, I know it's hot out here, but coming out without any pants on. Ooh. Okay.
Oh.
Everyone's pointing different directions.
Yeah, they're all pointing at the 20 dirham sign.
Good.
No. Oh. No,
Laundry. Huh? No, thank you. Camera.
No cameras.
There was a sign saying entrance and some bloke pointing us in going, yes, entrance, entrance. And when you get up there, they try and charge you, was it 20 dirham?
Yeah,
20 dirham to get in. Well, it's free to get in, so yeah, we'll come back and go into the other entrance. There is also some filming going on here today, so we might not be able to get everywhere. We'll see. Attempt number 3. The big entrance had some guy in military uniform telling us to go round the side, so we've now come tradesman's entrance, I suppose. Not very well signposted. We have seen a guide coming up this way, so we think we're going in the right direction. Yeah.
And now we're almost at the very top. As you can see, you should definitely come at 8 AM like we did at Volubilis. There are so many people here. Bit busy, love?
Yeah, just a bit. Come. Top.
And here we are, the very pinnacle of Qasar Ait Benhadu. Plays Game of Thrones music dramatically. Those snowy peaks over there are where we're heading next, I think. Look at that, look at the Lagants coming over in there.
Yeah, crossing the little bridges. I should imagine if you're a Game of Thrones fan, this place is amazing. If you're not, it's a bit underwhelming. It's very nice, but
I think a lot of people do the coast and then come in here and it's all very new and interesting. But I think because we did the route kind of backwards, we've seen a lot of traditional Qasars and things on the way. So yeah, and those ones are actually lived in, whereas this obviously it is just a filming and tourist attraction. But anyway, we're glad we came and it was interesting all the same, aren't we, Grumpy Bum?
yeah, well, it's worth doing just to say we've done it. Would I come back? No.
But yeah, definitely a must do if you're a Game of Thrones fan. So this one's for you, Lisa, enjoy. You're mean. That was Stu just photobombing some tourists there. A very interesting place, like everywhere in Morocco that people flock. It's full of sellers and traders, and I think Stu's bought all his little trinkets and tat now, and he's had enough of them all. We found a little terrace to sit on, and they sell Sprite, which is something Stuart does want to buy. Great views as well over the whole Qasar. And there it is, Ait Benhadu. See the film crews over there, and the river here. Well, a few riverbeds that aren't dry in this area. It's easy to see why people flock to these little tourist destinations on the route to get like a picture of the real Morocco, so to speak. But if you want to see the real Morocco, you should take a drive through the mountains, stop at random villages and talk to people on the way. You really do get a much more authentic experience than in places like this.
Morning. I've just woken up, let the dog out to do her business. As you can hear, she starts barking. I couldn't work out what it was. And she ran over to this fence, this property close to where we're camped. And I could not believe my eyes when I looked through it. Here we go. A whole family of deer. They're fenced in, so they must be captive. Look at the stag strutting around. And all the little does. They're not bothered by us at all. They're not bothered by me. They did a runner when they heard Nala barking, but how beautiful is that? Back on the road again. It's not long before we find one of my favourite things. A massively overloaded hay truck. As we approach our destination, Google Maps says it's just over the bridge on the other side of the market. What Google didn't tell me was that the bridge was destroyed in a recent earthquake and we were about to head into a potential disaster. further we went into the market, the tighter it got. It was at this point that some kind locals tried to tell us that we were heading for a dead end. Now knowing that we'd made a mistake, we drove on hoping that there would be a suitable area to turn our 7.5 metre van around. But as we reached the end of the road, our hearts sank as we realised it was nigh on impossible. Time to turn the camera off, shit's just got real. Thankfully, as is often the way in Morocco, a few locals came to help, guiding me back and forth as I performed a 27-point turn, all whilst people continued to push past the van. How I didn't kill anyone or anything is beyond me. And after that experience, these roads the other side were an absolute breeze.
Can we just have a round of applause for Stuart there, who drove through all that and turned the van around in 8 metres, so we are 7.44 metres long, and just turned the van around in less than 8 metres space, and the biggest crowd ever, with chickens on the ground, kids pushing through, mopeds driving past us, people patting the car van, saying no this way, a gosh, a gosh, a gosh, to tell us the turnaround. That was absolutely insane. I have no idea how he kept his cool through there. My head was just gone, pooh. That was insane. That was the maddest place we've ever driven yet in Morocco.
And no damage to the van.
And we were fine, not a single ding. The dog's up looking, look, she's like, what is going on? I've never seen so many people in my life.
Yeah, that was a bit chaotic, yeah.
Wow.
We might have ballsed up there.
You might have gone the wrong way there, yeah. Trying to drive through the Souk on Souk day.
Yeah. Blame Google.
Yes.
Whilst editing this video, I discovered that it wasn't entirely Google's fault. This is the diversion sign.
Welcome to the village of Seti Fadama. Beautiful little village alongside the river, which you can probably just see behind me here. The drive-in was interesting, to say the least, today. Yeah, very, very manic roads. It's taken hours to get here from Ouarzazate. I think it said 3 hours, and it's taken us about 6, including 1 detour through the Souk. And yeah, we're going to take the dog for a walk, I think, and just relax for the rest of the evening then. It's very pretty here in Seti Fadama. I'm very busy too. Lots and lots of tour buses. You can see why it's a beautiful village. There's a mountain, river running over, lots of cafes. But yeah, we've just walked upwards first of all, and a cat has crossed the road. I mean, full on, like not in any danger or... Sorry, a bit loud. Look at all those blokes on the back of there. Yeah, a cat, I mean, the cat wasn't in any danger, and I was on the other side of the road to it. She wasn't barking at it, and it has just literally flown across the road so fast Stuart didn't even see it. I saw it happening from behind and just launched itself at the dog. And then Stuart's tried to defend the dog, and the cat has just attached itself to his leg. And then he's had to kick the cat off, and then it's just come back at him again, so he's kind of nudged it with his foot, you know, not full on kicked it, but kind of put his weight behind his foot to kind of get it away from him. And a lady's just come out and she's shouting because we've kicked the cat. And anyway, half a bottle of pure alcohol later, and yeah, we've treated the wounds on his leg. I think they're fine. They were stinging a lot, which is always a good sign that the alcohol's worked. The dog is now a nervous wreck. We were going to stay here a couple of nights and explore, but I think we're just going to stay here tonight and just leave tomorrow. Yeah, it is a lovely place, but it's also very busy. It's absolutely hectic here, and I don't really want another encounter with a cat like that again. Do you want another encounter with a cat, love?
No, if it has another encounter, I'll launch it across the river. And I am an animal lover, but when a cat behaves like that, it deserves to be kicked across the river.
Yeah, I thought Stuart was very restrained, really, because it was literally attached to his leg, attached to the dog. So yeah, we've treated the dog scratches, and we've treated Stuart scratches according to all the advice online, because obviously we are in a rabies country as well. So we did bring things like TCP and pure alcohol with us. Very glad we did. So yeah, we've just kind of poured some blood out of the cuts, and done everything we can. But yeah, I think it'll just be one night in City Fadma, and then we'll be going. And now we've come to a flock of sheep in the road, because today wasn't stressful enough.
Nala's on high alert.
Yeah, Nala really is on high alert after the cat. Another sheep to your right.
Good girl. Come. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Oh, she was good then. It's me, Nala.
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 Nala. Nala.
Nala.
Nala.
We find ourselves a little bit of river. What a day, eh? You ever have one of those days? You ever have one of those days when nothing goes right from morning to night? You never have one of those days. Well, Nala's managed to decompress a bit anyway. That was quite scary for her, I think.
After all the excitement of yesterday and that blooming cat, we've slept on it, and as much as it doesn't appear to be a major wound, there's just a couple of puncture marks and claws, it's not a bite. We're both in agreement that it's probably not worth the risk. So we leave the place today and we're heading for Marrakesh, to one of the local hospitals that seems to be recommended for rabies jabs. Not quite the way I'd anticipated the next couple of days to go, but you'd be daft not to, wouldn't you, really? If I was giving somebody else advice online, I'd be telling them, go and get a rabies jab. Don't be you know, I'm a man, I just go, it's fine. What did you say? Merely a flesh wound?
It's merely a flesh wound. I mean, it's just, Stu's response yesterday was just the typical man response. It's fine, I'll just pour some rubbing alcohol on it and it'll be fine. But honestly, with rabies, it just isn't worth the risk. The NHS advice is clear on this. If you get bitten or scratched by any animal in Africa, you should seek medical attention within 48 hours.
Well, that was a fun drive into Marrakesh, but we've arrived outside the Bureau Communal de Hygiene. It looks like a government building, but I've just parked up and walked over and spoken to one of the security guards, and he says, "You here for jab? For jab?" I said, "Yes, rabies." He says, "Yes, come in." I said, "Can I drive in?" He says, No, leave vehicle outside." So I'm going to leave Kath and Nala out in the vehicle on the road, and I'm going to go in. Obviously I won't be taking the camera with me, but I'll let you know how it goes when I come out. Fingers crossed. And there we go, all done. In and out in, I don't know, 15 minutes. The gentleman that saw me in there spoke reasonable English. As long as I spoke slowly, he was okay. They've given me a vaccine card. I've had 2 jabs today, 1 in each arm. And I've got to come back next week for another jab. And then again 2 weeks later for another jab. I explained to him that we're not staying in Marrakesh, that we are travelling, and he seemed to think that was fine. He says you can get them done in other cities. I mean, as it is, certainly next week won't be an issue, because we'll head into the Atlas again. We've got bits we need to do, so we can be back here next week without any issues. And then 2 weeks after that, well, we'll see where we are. We'll either come back here or we'll find somewhere similar. But yeah, very easy. We'll put a link on our blog to let you know where it is. But yeah, very simple, and it's free in this country.
Well, one good thing about coming into Marrakesh is just how beautiful it is. It's a really busy city, but it's actually built in a bowl almost, surrounded by the Atlas Mountains. And the views now, as we're driving out of Marrakesh, are absolutely sensational.
After 2-3 failed attempts to find a park up, because it's not as easy as you think. You look at Google Maps and think, oh, that looks good. Look at Park for Night, it looks good, till you get there, and then yeah, the road's just impassable for something of this size. And I'm not frightened to take this down dirt tracks that you've seen in previous episodes, but yeah, today the lake that we were looking at was a no-go. So one last chance. We thought we'd try a lake a little further south, closer to the earthquake zone, which is ultimately where we're heading. And as luck would have it, there's a space here. The internet is pretty good. Yeah, it's fairly clean as well. So let's show you what it looks like. What do you think, darling?
Yeah, this will do. Beautiful. Good morning. After a hectic couple of days getting stuck in the Souk and attacked by a cat and going to get a rabies jab and things, we found this lovely barrage park up where we're just staying to relax for a couple of days. We're not going to do much filming while we're here. We are just going to have just a chill out couple of days. I'm doing some work. We're going to clean the van and give it a bit of a reorganise. You can probably see behind me what a mess it is. It looks like this 90% of the time, by the way. Yeah, every now and again you get an Instagram shot, but that's about it. And speaking of Instagram shots, although we're not going to do much filming, I'm working today with the back doors open, so let me just show you what we can see. Dog here living her best life in the sun. You okay, girl? Filthy, aren't you, after playing in that lake? Look at the state of her. Haven't got enough water to wash her. She's brown. But take a look at this. That's the Instagram shot, isn't it?
It's not a bad view from the office.
And that's Stu editing the next YouTube video for all you fans, so I hope you enjoy it. Look how hard he's working, bless him. I might get a whip out the back door now and just jig him along a bit.
It's a hard life.
It is, yeah. Sitting here working, looking at this.
Yeah, so just a couple hundred meters.
Nice.
Good morning, and after a restful 36 hours at this beautiful lake, we'll put the name in the description because I can't pronounce it. It's time for us to say goodbye, and it's also time for us to say goodbye to you for this week. We're off to try and do our bit.
We're heading to the Asni area now to get involved in something that is completely non-touristy and a local project, but we'll tell you more about that in the next video.
So in the meantime, thank you all for your support. We've hit record subscriptions for us.
We really have, yeah. We really appreciate all your nice comments as well, and all those likes and subscribes, every single one of you, so thank you so much.
And if you haven't already, like and subscribe.